Alright, I'll get started. At least I'll be able to see what I'm doing and it will record now. I don't know what happened on Facebook. Okay, I made a ghost and then I decided to cut him in half because I want half of him coming out of the wreath in the middle and the other half coming out of the bottom. Okay, so I've added pipe cleaners. I'm going to add another pipe cleaner to his head. Because I want to be able to attach him to the upper part of the wreath. I'm using darker pipe cleaners so they will not show in the black wreath. This is the 20-inch wreaths I was telling you about on the last live. Just let this dry a minute. So we've got the black wreath, we've got the ghost. I've got a couple of picks that I'm going to use. They actually have a black ghost in it. And I'll show you what I can do so that the black ghost will still show up against the black wreath. Excuse me. It's just a little pick that's got some little balls on it and a pumpkin and a ghost and a leaf. I thought they would show up against this really good. I also made a little sign that I'm actually going to put across the front of the ghost. I used 3 tags, wooden tags, and I put the word boo on there with my vinyl cutter. So the plan is I'm going to stretch this piece across here and I'll have these hanging from the sign. Y'all doing okay today? And if there's any cubbies on, if you could share this for me, I'd really appreciate it because everybody thinks I'm on Facebook. Put them a little bit closer. Went ahead and painted them orange. Sealed the letters with Mod Podge. There, that's about where I want them. I still want them a little bit closer together. If you guys are leaving comments, I'm not seeing them. So, I am sorry. Now it disappeared again. Technology, don't you just love it? Okay, then I'm going to glue this to the back of his hand. This little, I guess you could call it like a streamer. There, now I can see your comment, Bobby. It is just a major nightmare. I tried to get on several times. I tried to post a picture. It wasn't doing that either. So, I don't know what's going on. I don't think it has anything to do with the storm. And then I tried to resend it, and what a nightmare. Well, that's good to know, because I thought maybe it was, you know, me down here in the basement. Like, what the heck? You know? Let me just post this because I know people are stuck and they're still looking on the other one for me. And I tried to get a note out to everybody right away. Do you know the puppies are still sleeping? Now it won't even post. There it goes. Wonder what the problem is. It was a long morning. And I didn't want to go through the whole thing on Facebook. I could see it on my phone, but I couldn't see it on the screen. So, you know, I wanted to make sure that I didn't go through the whole video for no reason at all. You know what I mean? It wouldn't, if it was showing black on the computer, I wasn't sure it was going to record to where I could, you know, use it. Okay. I think I got everything taken care of. A server issue, huh? Well, it stinks. Okay, I cut my ghost in half. Now we got his little streamer thing on here. So I'm going to put him on the wreath now. Get him in place. I didn't like him in all one piece. So I decided to chop him in half and make it look like he was coming, you know, like slithering into the wreath. Or, you know, floating into the wreath, whatever ghosts do. There. This is one I made. I made the pattern, sewed it together, stuffed it. And I'm glad you could join me and talk to me. It's appreciated more than you know. Okay, so we got him mounted in there. I say him because I gave him a bow tie, so he looks like a boy to me. Then his bottom half, I'm going to put like this right here. And see, these pipe cleaners are so dark, so it just disguises it. I may go ahead and make up a few of these ghosts and put them on my Etsy site. I'm not sure yet. So there you go. It looks like he's in the wreath. Then my next order of business was to figure out a way to take these black ghosts and because the wreath is black and these are black, I came up with this, some white snowball mesh in front of it. So then you can see it. Well, thank you. So I think I'm going to put one here. Let me just kind of place them out and see where they're going to go. Because wherever they are not going to be, that's where I'm going to put the bow. So I don't know if I like it like that. I want it more up that way and this one more here, because I think the bow's going to go over here and cascade down this way, so I'm going to do that. Alright, so I have to trim some of this. Yay! I'm so happy. Like I said, we don't have to make that sign in the class. We can make another sign. That's awesome. Wonder if your mom and Becky would want to come and try it out. All right. And then see, because this wreath base has these, this is called like a pine wreath, but it's a black pine wreath. There's like 160 tips on this. And you can just use the tips to tie it in place, so it holds it really good. For those of you watching, Bobby's talking about my wreath classes. We're going to do a wreath class here on making a sign with a cricket. I hold several classes in my home. And I figured that was one that everybody would enjoy. There, see? With the white, it stands out Whereas if I didn't have the white in here, you really couldn't see the ghosts. But I wanted the orange to help make it pop because of the signs being orange. So I wanted this arrangement in here. And the leaves and the pumpkin give it a fall look. And I could also, if after I do the shake test, if they still feel like they're falling, or if I decide I want to change it, I'll look at it first. If I like where I placed them and everything looks good, then I will give them a shot of glue, hot glue to hold them. Now I also have some orange tubing, which I thought would look really cute in here too. So I can scatter some of those around. And let me see what it will look like with the white also. This is leftover from a Dollar Tree bunny rabbit that we took apart. Maybe if I just do it like that and twist these a little. And scatter these throughout the wreath. And that gives it a little sparkle. I don't measure these, I just kind of estimate where I want it, how wide I want it to be. And see, I'm just using the wreath base itself to tie everything down. I could, if I wanted, I could even use the wreath base as like a wire wreath base and just put deco mesh all over it. But I wanted the black to show through. There they are. Right in front of me. This gives it another dimension. And I could, if I wanted, take a pen and curl these and then make them stick up. All right, then I think I have enough room just to put my bow right here, and then we'll see. Now I've got several ribbon choices picked out, so I'm going to ask you what you think you like best. Because I've got, this is the purple that's in his bow tie. I thought about ditching that because I have a purple ghost ribbon that's really nice. Plus I have this black. Now what I'll do is I'll just lay a couple. See, I really like that on it because it has both colors. And I really like this because it has the black and the orange. This is just an extra because of the ghosts. But then I want to pick 2 of these between these 3. Anybody have any suggestions? Which ones? This has the purple, the orange, and the black in it, plus it has some glitter. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe if I take the paper off. And I could, this is another idea too, I could take the big ones and do a big bow right here, and take the 3 narrow ones and do a smaller bow right there. Yeah, I like the orange dots too. See how this one kind of glitters? This has glitter in it too. And I actually have it without the glitter. The houndstooth. See, look at those 2 together. And then I'll put this on top of it. So that's a really nice combination. So maybe if we do a smaller bow up here and a larger bow down here, and then we'll use the 3 large ones for the bow down there. Does that sound good? Let's try it, and if we don't like it, we can trash it and put another one on there. But I think with this, because I've got the glitter in this and the glitter in this, I need this to kind of tone it down some. So for this one, I think I'm going to do 4-inch hoops, or loops. Jumping through hoops with this darn YouTube today and Facebook. So I think we'll do a 2, 4, 2. And actually, I don't need that. I'll just use my bow dabber to hold it in place. There. Okay, and the tail is about 8 inches long. Alright, and then we'll do 8 inches long. And about 3.5 inches for the loops. That's what the great thing about having a YouTube channel is too. If you don't have it, if Facebook isn't working right, at least you can flip over to YouTube. Alright, so we've got 3.5 inch loops of the orange with black dots. Swiss dots is what it's called. Okay, and then I think I'm going to do a 3 loop on top. 2 of the 2 loops, which is the right side, this side. 2 loops and then a small one in the middle. And I'm going to do this about 3 inches. Okay, I'm not sure I remember how to do that, how to tag my thing here. Like, what do I do? See, I want the loop, the tinier loop in the middle, so I'm just going to place it there. Oh, so it has its own live thing too. But is that short? Would it handle the whole thing? Oh, okay. I will give it a shot then. All right. We need our zip ties. And then our floral wire. Oh yeah, you stick me on something that you don't use that often. so it's not going to help me. Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and use a pipe cleaner for this because the pipe cleaner is the same color as the wreath and it's longer than this would be, and I think it's going to be easier to work with. Do you know, I was told there's a tool out there called a zip tie. It's like a zip tie pliers. I have to look into that because we know how much I like that. Okay, see? That's going to go up here. Just need to pull it just a little more so I can bury it in the bow. There we go. See, and then this little loop in the middle is going to cover right over it. Yeah, it's easier to grasp these pipe cleaners through here than the wire. And because I'm using the darker colored one, it kind of disguises it better. So much so you have trouble seeing it through the wreath. There we go. I really like the orange and purple ribbon. That's really pretty. Okay. Now, I want to fluff this out some. Which for me, it's easier to stand up and do it. Okay, and then we'll do the bigger bow down here. But I think for the bigger bow, I'm going to go ahead and add some of that in there too. I think that's going to make it. All right, now this, I don't know. Now I'm thinking, let me see. I'm on a live, Joe. I think I'm just going to use this one. I'm not going to use that one. So, I'm going to use this one, and we're going to use the purple one, and then I think we're going to add these two to it. To pull the colors out of here. I think that's what I want to do. All right, so I'm going to use about a 10-inch 10-inch tail on the bow. And about a 5-inch loop. Let's see if these are about the same size. Yep. There we go. And then 10-inch loop. Okay. Now we're going to use our ghost. And with our ghost, I'm going to do 4 loops. And let me see something with our ghost. Because I want my tails to go down, see, I'm trying to figure out, okay, I'm going to cut this right here, and then I'm going to do it this way. So my ghosts are all going in the direction I want them to go. Why did that end up shorter than the other? Ay, ay, ay. All right. We're just going to do this. There. That's still the same. All right. See, because the ghosts only go in one direction. So I want it to both look like the ghosts are flying in the same direction, not flying upside down. All right. In the bow, it really doesn't matter that much, but the tails. And when I zip tie it, you're not even going to know that that's what I did with it. Did I cut it like that? Because it's going to be hidden inside the bow. Alright, now I'm going to cut it here because I don't need the tail on this side. There. See? And this is just going to get tucked in under here. You're not even going to see it. And some of these, the ribbon with the faces with this print on it, it can be a little hard to maneuver. Alright, so next I'm going to do the black. And I'm only going to do 2 of the black. So I don't want it to dominate this. I just want a little splash in there. Okay. And I'm going to put the Swiss dot. then end it with the purple. I'm going to do again my 3 loop. So I want 2 nice loops with a smaller loop in the middle. Okay. And I need another pipe cleaner. Thought about maybe putting some of that in there, but I don't think so. This in here in the back before I really pull it tight. Turn this to the back and pull and rock. All right. All right. Now, because the ghosts are going in the wrong direction, I'm just going to twist this loop around so they're flying in the right direction. And I may have to like move both of these up because this is interfering with this. So I'm going to move this, the smaller bow up higher. These are wobbly a little bit, so when I push those down in and glue them, I think I'll feel better about them being glued. There. Then I'm going to position this up just a little bit so it's not in the way of my boo sign. There we go. like that better. Probably should have done this on the fluff box. Would have been easier. And this still needs something here. So could just put, let me see. Nope, not liking that. Maybe these. Nope. All right. We'll do 2 more of these. And I think that'll finish it off. Or I could just do this. Put some of this in it. Right there. I didn't want to really introduce anything new to it. Just needed something that was like what was already in the wreath. And I think that's what I wanted. Something a little simple, that matches what's here. And you know what? I'm going to add some of this ribbon in each one of those to make it match that one. Hi, Kathy. We're just about done, but you can, watch the replay. And if you have any questions, all you have to do is contact me. We're just putting in a few little ribbons here. I made the ghost. He's in a black wreath. I'm going to list the black wreaths on my Etsy shop. They're a really nice item for fall. Pumpkins show up really good against it. Geez, I tied this in here so good, now I can get it out. There we go. How are you doing? Is it hot where you're at? There. I don't want this showing past that. And I want this a little bit shorter. There. So I want it to stick up. There. Now I'll go ahead and add a few more ribbons. Just making a hand ribbon. So I'm going to carry this color throughout, following the bow and everything else. I used some snowball mesh against the picks, mainly because the pick, at the top of the pick, there's a black ghost, and it really didn't show up well against the black wreath, which I knew was going to happen, but I wanted the orange pumpkin on here, and he was in there, so. And I had to go on here because Facebook is having an issue, and so it would not show any of the video. Oh wow, I'm loving this plaid ribbon in here. It really is making the wreath, because it's got the purple and it's got the orange in there. And then I'll go back and glue my pumpkin picks in, now that I'm satisfied where everything's going. This is actually a 20-inch black evergreen wreath, but it's got like 160 tips on it, so you can really add a lot to something with this kind of wreath. Use the tips, the branches, as your tie downs. The ghost I made, I decided to cut them in half and put half of them in the top and half coming out the bottom. See, this is falling out, so glue is going to be required for this one. All right, and one more. And then I think we're done. I put two bows on here, a smaller one and then a larger one. Smaller one has 3 different colored 1.5 inch. Okay. Just reposition that. Put one down in here. There we go. It's got a little thing across here that I made that says boo. Use my Cricut for the letters. I have these little wooden tags. And what do you think? Thanks, Bobby. She's my biggest fan. She's such a sweetheart. And it's her birthday today, so everybody should tell Bobby happy birthday. Even though it's only showing me there's 2 people on here. All right. I'll glue these in place, and then I will post a picture and put it on Etsy. Oops, I got some tails, dovetails to cut here. I think the puppies upstairs are still sleeping. I don't hear any movement whatsoever. All right. I'm happy with it now. I was a little concerned on if everything was going to fit, but I really like it. And I appreciate everybody who hopped on and supported me. Okay? All right, you all have a good evening and a good 4th. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. See you soon.